Hi, so welcome everyone, parents, students, guardians, grandparents, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Miss Flowers Learning Community. I'm so excited to start this new school year with you and to welcome you all into our class community for fifth grade here at Weiser Park Arts Magnet School. I'm excited to meet all of you soon in person. What you're looking now right on the screen is the front page of our class website. This is a really helpful and useful resource, hopefully to answer some of your questions that you might have, so we're not quite as nervous on the first day of school before we all meet. And hopefully you'll use it often during the school year as a good communication tool between home and school. That is vitally important, that besides getting to know the students, I also get to know their wonderful guardians. So up here at the top, you'll see the home button, and there's lots of different links you can go to. You can get to know more about my teaching philosophy, the classroom rules, the class schedule, supply list. There's a cool class map over here. But yeah, I just wanted to show you a few of those things. And before we go over all the nitty gritty, I just wanted to scroll down and tell you that you can get to know a little bit more all about me. I have a little slideshow I've created and a picture of my family right here in Fort Wayne. Bonus points if you can name that building. No, just kidding. So you can see I'm married to this very tall gentleman. That's Mr. Lauer. We have three beautiful children. We have Josh, who is also a student here at Weiser Park. He's the middle one, our feisty one. Our eldest is James. He is now 12 over at Memorial. And we have this little beautiful little girl who is Emerson, and she's not quite 2 yet. So welcome to fifth grade. I'm excited to have everybody here. So just a few things about us. I have a passion for teaching, and if you want to know more about my passion for teaching, you can read about it. I've been teaching a very long time, but this is only my first year at Weiser Park. I love music and social studies and science. I was born in DC, but I have lived all over the world, including Dubai, where I taught at the American School of Dubai. So that's very cool. I love to travel. I love to bring all of those experiences into the classroom, and I have globes and maps everywhere because I think that's important. Some pictures of me, some of my favorite things. I love pink. I love cooking and dancing and singing and reading, which are all things we'll do in our classroom. Yeah, what else? There's some fun pictures. I have some goals for us. My first goal is just to keep everyone safe. And I want everyone to be engaged and involved and active in our learning community. That is students as well as parents. I need your support to help to make sure that the kids are reading at least 20 minutes a day. Our biggest goal is preparing them for middle school, right? That is the main thing in fifth grade, is helping with that transition to ease them into fifth grade, and that I really want them to learn something new every single day. Okay, and as we scroll down this front page, here is all of my contact info. The school number, my email, but the best way to reach me is Class Dojo. If you do not have Class Dojo, I will send you a QR code and you can sign up as well. I love Class Dojo because it's just an instant messenger format, so I can talk to you pretty quickly, parents, guardians, during the day, which is easy because I'm not always at my computer and I'm teaching, and so I don't usually check my emails. So if it is a question regarding, like, you just say, hey, my kid's a bus rider today or a car rider, call the office and let them know so they can make sure that I get that message. We want to make sure everyone gets home the right way. In the morning, I'm available at 7:30 to 8, and in the afternoon, about 2:45 to 3:15. If you do send an email or a message, give me 24 hours. If it's vitally important, please call the office. Call the main office here at Weiser Park. Okay, so that is the most important thing, because communication between home and school and home is vital for your child's success. There is a daily folder that goes home. There's 2 pockets. One says home, one says school. Make sure that you're checking the home section, and if there's something that needs to go to me, put it in the school side, and then that's an easy way for us to communicate. So that's a blue folder. Look for that. I will be sending it home on the very, very, very first day of school. Okay, so as we move on down as well, let me get my computer working. You can see these are some of my lovely former students. I really believe that we need to create a wonderful community here at school so that students want to come and they want to learn and they want to participate, and that they need to learn to collaborate with other students. This is a vital, important skill for everyone's development. I really believe character is important and building character. So it's not just the academic growth, but it's the development of the entire student. And I really believe on educating the entire student. So we do that with community, with collaboration, with personal character growth. So this is just more information if you want to read about my philosophy, some of the rules. My management philosophy. I want everyone to feel safe when they're coming. I create a constitution and a contract with the class at the beginning of the year regarding what our behavior is and what we believe as a class and what we value to grow that culture. It really starts with respect and kindness. 5th grade can be a very challenging year as students need to become more independent to prepare for that transition to middle school. And again, they need to be neat and organized, and they will have a classroom job, and they need to take that seriously as well. Students will also be required to turn in all of their work on time. I can be flexible, but it comes down to communication. If you're going out of town or if there's an issue, of course I can extend that. But if you don't tell me what the issue is so that we can work together, that creates we have to have that communication so that we can resolve it and get all the work turned in. I have very high expectations for every single student, so I want them to have high expectations for themselves and within that, so that they can achieve their goals and be citizens and lifelong learners. So that's really part of my beliefs. So I have 5 classroom rules. We need to follow directions quickly. We have to raise our hand for permission to speak or to leave our seat. We all need to make smart choices, and we need to make our dear team stronger. So it's really about relationship building and going back to keeping everyone safe, because we have a lot to do and a short time to do it in. And if we can follow these rules, then we will be able to accomplish what we need to. Now here, discipline, as we move down, you can see discipline. It really goes back to being able to communicate on Dojo. I can message with you there throughout the day. I'll be rewarding points for if a student might get an A on a test, or they've given a great response, or they've gotten a compliment in a special area. Also, if they're not making the best choices, such as being unkind to someone, laughing, talking out of turn, whatever it may be, I will be taking away Dojo points, and you're able to track that. And so that makes it much easier for us to both help with these rules at school. If negative behavior does become an issue and it impacts the learning within the community and for the student, and all the students, I will set up a meeting between the guardian, the principal, and myself to see if we need to implement a behavior plan. But I run a pretty tight ship in my class, so I expect that. And also, again, it's preparing for middle school. Now, procedures. I know that students have cell phones, and that's okay. I understand you need to communicate with them, but they cannot use them in the school day. So between the hours of 8 a.m. and 3 p.m., all cell phones need to be locked up in the lockers. If a student is found with a cell phone, they will receive a warning. Second time, that cell phone's going straight to the office, and then you will be called and you will have to come in and get the cell phone for your child, okay? So if they need to call you for any reason, there's a phone in my classroom and they are more than happy to enter it, or I can just send you a quick message again on Dojo. I'm very structured and routined, so I have very tight procedures. I expect students to enter their classroom on a level 0 every single morning. Their book bag is away, cell phone is away, they have their breakfast with them. They know what their morning work is. It's usually some questions about how they're feeling, and then also some academic questions. I have a daily slideshow that's already up on our great smart board. They can come in, they can read it, they make their lunch choice, and then they're just doing work. So there's a nice transition between home and school. We're quiet, we're taking a deep breath because we never know what happened at home. Were you trying to find your shoe? Were you late? Whatever. We're just gonna let it go, take a deep breath, and do what we need to do. Yeah, so those are a few. There are more procedures there. Everyone will be issued a device and they need to keep it damage free. If you need information on insurance, you can also find that on this webpage. It's turning in assignments, when we use a restroom, and participation. Participation is huge in my class. I want everyone to feel comfortable sharing their thoughts. You can't just sit there and be a bystander. You have to be actively engaged. So I'm just going to go up to this home button here and we can go click on classroom rules, discipline, and procedures. We've already talked about that. Here I have a handy dandy class schedule and list. I have a monthly calendar, which I will update, where you can just find certain things. Like right now on Tuesday and Thursday this week, you can see the iLearn begins at 9:30. We have a field trip on the 19th. And guess what? We have the last day of school on the 26th. Nice, big, and bold. There is a moving up ceremony that same day. I will update this daily, weekly with anything. So if you want to know what's going on, that's a really easy communication. Also, if you just want to be able, I really encourage you to talk to your kids when you're eating at night. Doesn't have to be a 5-course meal, whatever. Just say, hey, how was your day? And you can even say, so what was your special today? Every student has a different special. Or what did you learn in math? What did you learn in social studies? Or did you have science today? So today you went to the library. That's what Media Center is. Or you had the STEAM lab. What did you learn? I encourage you to talk to them like not everything has to be roses. What did you struggle with but persevere in the end? So just checking in with them is great, and this is a way you can do it as well. And I will also post my monthly newsletter about what we're working on in class so you can talk to your students at home. And one more thing with the class schedule and class calendar, there is a daily slideshow with what they're studying that day, so you have access to that as well on Schoology. So go ahead, check in. If a student is ever absent, they can access their work there as well. So we can go here and you can look at the supply list. The main thing, as you can see, I've put a few pictures on the left here. It says, don't forget to charge your Chromebook, charging reminder. Every student is given a Chromebook in the 5th grade. You must take it home at night, and when you bring it back, it must be fully charged. We do not want dead computers at school. This is the student's responsibility. They are issued a charging cord, so please help them find a nice safe space at home where they can get into the routine of charging their device. Let them take on that responsibility. I think that's vitally important. These are all the other items that they need to be successful in school. The other thing that they will have is an assignment book so that they can write all of their homework and what they did in class. This is just to prepare them for middle school when they won't have just one teacher, but they're going to a different teacher for every single subject, and they need to keep on top of their work. So that will be going into this huge, like, what did I say, one large 3-ring binder, any color. I'd make that like 3 or 2 inches, and we can put that book in there. You can look at it, you can help them track, and it also has goals. What are some goals they want to work on? Math fluency, all those good things. So and then also if you go over here, you can see a really cool map of our